What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another AGXComics video. And today we're going to be going over the most recent comic book hunting experience here. And so this one's a little bit different. I didn't just go in and jump into go to either a secondhand bookstore or stuff like that. I actually went to someone who was selling like a bunch of books, and it was kind of like, had to make a deal. Like, this is the first time I actually had to go out. I've pawn shops and stuff like that. I've made deals before, but nothing like this. So this was kind of a new experience. So overall, I believe it came out to like 35 bucks. And let me know, what do you think I overpaid, underpaid? I'm just curious. Not that I'm saying, again, none of these books are really, got that much, there was none of my favorite stuff I found, but altogether I thought it was a fun thing, and just trying to see how I did and just, this scenario. But without further ado, let's start it off. So the first book here I got is Daredevil number 284. No key significance that I believe, but with this one, it was in really good condition. Just seeing it, this is I think the only Daredevil book that he had. But either way, I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. So I liked it, and I was like, all right, pretty cool. There's that. Next up, we have Fantastic Four number 165, a nice 25 center here, and I believe this is the Death of the Crusader, which I think later on it becomes Marvel Boy, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, I know that this one has some key significance here. The cover is a little bit faded, but there's no rips or anything. Corners are a little smashed in there, but you're gonna see this is kind of a fantastic haul, if I do say so, or haul or hunt. But yeah, this one I thought was pretty cool. 25-cent Fantastic Four was like, why not? Don't know too much about I know as far as characters for the Fantastic Four, but I don't know as well as certain, how do you say it, certain aspects of key significance to stuff, but I know it's a birthplace of a lot of different things. So I thought it was pretty cool to use this experience as something to start looking into and learning more, because again, the best part about this hobby is just literally learning more and more. And I mean, discovering stuff that's unique, and I'm in this one for sure. I had to look, just figure out who Crusader was, and then I seen that it was this not a rebranding, but almost like a retelling sort of thing back in 2006. So I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting. So I thought, why not in this haul? I was like, this is definitely not too bad. So, and again, everything is pretty much intact. It's just a little bit faded. So next up, we got this one's in a lot better condition. There is some definitely the corners are a lot better, but there is some fading and definite spine ticks. But this is Tarzan number 3, Lord of the Jungle. Thought it was pretty cool. Don't think that there's any key significance to this one particularly, but seen it and I was like, yeah, I was like, why not? I don't know obviously I know Tarzan in general, but I have never read a Tarzan comic. So I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Definitely a pretty wild cover, though, for sure. Something about these older Marvel covers that are just so cool. But either way, I was like, okay. I was like, this one's a little bit better, way better than the Fantastic Four. Not as good as that Daredevil, but I'm like, yo, this is pretty cool. And again, stuff that I normally don't pick up here, and it's always something that I'm discovering. There is a few things now that I'm kind of getting the hang of, but definitely I was like, why not? What do you guys think? Do you guys collect Tarzan and stuff like that? I think I'm more into the Looney Tunes and stuff like that I've been picking up recently, but I thought that this is kind of a cool avenue to look down, because not just the Tarzan stuff, but the last one that the last video I made where I was going over the timeless classic stuff, I thought those were really interesting and super cool. So I was like, you know what? let's keep it rolling, because a lot of this stuff it's pretty awesome. So that's why I was like, yeah, want to grab that one. So now these next ones I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's not so much that they're like super like valuable. I don't think that there's any key significance in any of them, but I just was amazed at like the quality, and pretty much I got these all for $1 in terms of each one of them. But check this out. So these are DC Comics Presents, and I've seen that there's a lot of there's key issues in this series too. However, these ones that I have, unfortunately, it seems like we're in between. But these are freaking nice. These were kept so nice. I really was just shocked by like how nice the quality is. And yeah, I just thought that this was interesting, and kind of like looking through this book, these were kept very nice, like clean, very small spine tick, if that even is one. Edges are so crispy, like they're just nice. Everything is so nice, and this book is just pristine. And I mean, you got Shazam on the cover, you got Superman. Dude, come on now. Of course that's a good cover. Now, next up, we have another DC Comics Presents, and this one is Superman and Man-Bat. This is number 35, so I just showed you number 33. Anything with Man-Bat seems to be pretty cool. I think that's just a super dope character. So I was like, yeah, I'll take this one too. And again, these are so nice. Like, I couldn't believe the condition that these were in compared to like the few others that I picked up, and a few others that you're gonna see in a second here. But I thought this was a cool cover too. You got Man-Bat, Superman, like that's pretty cool. And again, I don't know too much about the DC Comics Presents, but if it's like anything, if it's like how the Marvel comics ones were and stuff like that, I'm kind of getting the gist of their just more or less like team up books. But again, super nice quality, and again, for like technically what would come out to be like $1, not too bad. This is another nice one, which is Superman and Starman, and actually I don't know too much about Starman, but look, this one in particular, I love the color, like the red, orange, yellowish kind of thing with the background just looks so good. And I feel like with like a lot of these comics that you probably would see out there with these, they're gonna be like, you know, dented or not ripped up, but like definitely like folded, creased up, and these have no spine ticks, beautiful corners. They're just so nice, and I'm like, damn, for like a set of these, you know what I mean? Even if I like say, hey, like, you know, I don't want them in the future, like I still think that the quality from this is like really nice. Next up, we have another one. This one is Superman and Black Canary. With this one, again, got a black top there, and just like they're so nice. Like these are really well kept books. Like these ones particularly were super clean, and also I don't know why. And I'll throw this one back up here with a Man-Bat, like just because I really like this cover. But these ones in this time period, these covers are really nice, and the thing that I like about them is I don't know, I think I just like the actual art on these ones a lot, more so than even like the Tarzan one, right? Like or the Fantastic Four. I think these ones just kind of give me like that old school character feel, and I don't know why. It seems like the DC ones are always, they're really nice. Now, I do like the Spider-Man stuff that I like from a few ones ago, but all the DC, especially like the Superman and Batman World's Finest stuff, it's like, those covers are so nice, you know? And the last one for this one, we got another DC Comics Presents Superman and Captain Comet. Another character I don't know too well, but this is number 22. And even though number 22 black, majority black background, no spine ticks, no nothing, beautiful corners, and just like if you open it up too, I mean, very, very nice. So there you go. Now these ones are definitely like 50 centers, dollar bin stuff, but these are kind of just like, I was like, oh, I just wanted, first of all, this is the first appearance of the Silver Age Green Lantern. Of course, not the actual one, but this is the Silver Age Classics. And I've seen these before. And not like, you know, I think I seen this one at like one of the like half price stores. And this one was really nice. Figured I've slowly through the process here became a big Green Lantern fan, so I'm kind of just like I like this is one that's gonna be read for sure because you know I've never read it, so I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. I'm like, I'll grab this, you know. Again, nothing too crazy. I don't think there's any key significance in these two, but you know, it's not about the key significance, right? At the end of the day, obviously, you know, Green Arrow, huge fan. Green Arrow and Black Canary first issue, the wedding special. Thought it was pretty cool. Again, probably not worth nothing to note, but still thought it was a cool, definitely a nice cover. And yeah, said why not? Definitely throw them in with everything else if I'm like, you know, buying from the same vendor, so to speak. So next up, we have 3 more. And again, I typically save the better comics for last, but I try to mix it up so there's a few in there that I think are worth a note, like more in the beginning. But these ones I learned a lot about, and I knew this one was not a key significance, but I know a lot from the line. And then come to find out, this does have a lot of key significance and a little bit of value. So this one is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 24. And this is, I believe, the first appearance of, or no, the death of the Hypno Hustler. And I think maybe the first appearance, I'm not too sure, I forgot, but I know that's the character's name. Never heard of this dude, and like, I mean, someone who plays guitar, I thought this cover was, I didn't even know the key significance until later on, once I bought it, and I'm like, that's funny that this actually has a little bit of value tied to it, because it was a cover that just jumped out at me. It wasn't something that where I was like, oh, I know this one, or oh, this might be something of key significance. I just seen this and I was like, this cover's like pretty dope. I like it. I like the whole, the disco kind of vibe. Like, I just thought it was cool. And then you got Spidey like jumping for the mic there. So I thought it was a cool cover. And I was like, yeah, this one's pretty cool. And I'm glad I picked it up because, of course, you know, sometimes it's just like a gut feeling, and like it turns out to be something that is, you know, popular or worth a note, and then you're like, damn, like, oh, like that was pretty cool. So I was happy to research this one later on when I got back home, and I'm like, that's, you know, that's pretty sweet. So this next one is something that I've been recently getting to. If anyone reads current comics, I've been really getting into the recent, I believe, what is it, Dynamite? Or I forgot who's publishing it. But the recent Conan stuff has been really cool. Like, I think they've run issue 6, or about to be issue 6. If you are not checking that out, definitely check that series out that's going on right now. That's a cool series, and something for me to jump on was a really cool thing. So now, I don't have any Conan books other than the new stuff. So now I'm like, okay, once I see something that's like available, I'm like, I'm gonna jump on it. That's not too like crazy, right? Like, I'm not getting into the single digit Conans that are like $500, $600. I'm like, okay, maybe not yet. At some point, those could be added to the PC, but not right now. But this one, I don't think has key significance. I have to do more research on it, but Golden Skull there, right? I don't know that character at all, but I seen it and I'm like, yo, if there's one thing that I've seen, especially for the issues that are a little bit out of the range right now for me to just go and buy like single digit Conan books, but these covers are so freaking cool, man. Like, the Conan the Barbarian covers from these time periods are just insane. Not even saying like the ones now are really cool. dope variants, whatever. But these ones are just like, they just scream like iconic. And I know that this is a big thing with them, and I definitely double checked. And the Marvel, where is it? The Marvel value stamp is still in there. So learned that, watched a video. I forgot whose video it was on that, but no, that's a big issue. So had to make sure it was in there. But yeah, I thought it was totally worth getting at least, 15 under Conan number 37 here. So I thought that was a pretty cool find, and it's really nice condition, like super nice condition. Yeah, spine ticks, but nice condition nonetheless. Last one up here, and probably one of the bigger books that I've done on this series and found. So this one is Fantastic Four, number 54. The third appearance of Black Panther amongst, I believe, was it the first appearance or something with Fear Wanderer or The Wanderer? I forgot what it is, but again, like I said in the beginning of this video with the Fantastic Four stuff, I'm not that familiar. However, I was like, seeing this, was like third appearance, like look this one up, and I was like, yes. Now this book is definitely low grade for sure. There's like, where is it? There's like a little bit of tape right here, and it's like, I don't want, like, it's not holding it together though. Like it might, like I looked on the inside here, and that piece of tape isn't holding it together, but it's like, I don't want to remove it. The cover is barely holding on. This is definitely low grade, and it looks like on the inside there's pen marking, like not crazy, but there is a little bit of pen marking on the inside that I've noticed. But all the staples seem to be the same ones, but this is definitely low quality for sure. But fair enough. Knowing how important this book is, thinking I got this, with the deal that I did, I'm not too upset. You know what I mean? I'm not too upset. But as always, let me know. I'm curious in the comment section below. Did I overpay for this bit of collection that I popped out for or picked out, or was this like, oh, did I do well? I'm just curious. Again, this is just, and if there's any books, any books that anyone wants out there, I'll make a deal for sure. And of course, I've got my email down below and my eBay and social. So there's a lot of stuff that you could get into contact with me. Especially over the holidays, I'm going to start posting some of the books that I kind of want to sell to get new books or trade. But I don't know yet how to, maybe I'll just make individual videos where I'm like, hey, I'm looking to trade this, or I'm looking to let go of this. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. But either way, there's books I want to get, and there's some that I had from my personal collection before that I want to move on from. But nonetheless, if there's any books in here that you guys are like, hey, I kind of want that, let me know. I could probably make a deal for sure. But yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. Again, for 35 bucks, I thought this wasn't a bad haul at all. But, who knows? Maybe I'm totally just thinking because of the cover that I'm like, oh, that's a cool cover, this, and maybe I'm just like, my eyes are bigger than my wallet, or whatever you say. I don't know. I'm a little lost for words here. But nonetheless, thank you guys for rocking this long in the video. If you do me a huge favor, please like and subscribe below. And quick final shout out, thank you, all of you, for the 100 subscriber mark. This has just been such a cool experience, and honestly, thank you guys. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.